Beware of Toyota Tacoma aftermarket wheels. A few things to think about before you fork over that cash. Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. There are a few things that you should be aware of if you're in the market looking for aftermarket wheels for your Toyota Tacoma before you fork over that cash. But real quick, before we get into it, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So what am I talking about? Well, I have aftermarket wheels on my Toyota Tacoma. I have aftermarket wheels on my two Jeeps out here, and I've had aftermarket wheels on several other vehicles actually. And there's a few things that I've learned, my experiences with them, that I thought I would share with you guys. So what I've got right now, these are Black Rhino bronze wheels. And I have to say, these are the best ones that I've had for a couple of reasons. One, I love the way that they look on the truck. You know, I have the magnetic gray metallic, and I think the bronze wheels really set it off nicely. And I will say, bronze goes good with black and many other colors as well. You know, for me, it was a big departure in going with some sort of a colored wheel because I've always gone with black. Black has been my go-to, but I decided to take a leap and go for something a little bit different, a little bit flashier. And man, I'm glad that I did, because I think from now on, any wheel that I put on any vehicle is probably going to have some sort of color in it, just to kind of accent the truck a little bit. But what am I talking about? Beware. Well, number one, make sure you're aware of the offset of the wheel. You know, if you don't have the right setup suspension-wise, and I'm talking about lift, you don't want a ton of offset, because if you bring those wheels out, obviously, you're going to bring the tires out. And the problem with that, of course, is rub. Now, bringing them out will alleviate any rub that you have up here, and that's a good thing, because you never want that. But you could run into some rub here in the front and some rub here in the back. And it doesn't take a lot of offset to do that. You know, I've seen people, it's funny, when you go to shops that lift vehicles and put bigger wheels and tires and things on, take a look inside their fender well here and pay particular attention to this area and this area. And I'll bet you that 9 times out of 10, if they've got big giant tires on that truck, you're gonna see some damage in here because they didn't consider the offset or the tire size itself when they put them on the truck. Something that you need to be aware of always is, what is the offset, and is it gonna cause you any problems? And make sure that you're dealing with a reputable shop. Somebody who's not just trying to take your money, but somebody that's gonna be honest and will tell you what to expect. And when I talk about rub, I'm not talking about driving straight down the street in a straight line. I'm talking about when you turn the tires, when everything kind of flexes and articulates under there. That's what you really need to be worried about. You know, on my 2020 Voodoo Blue Tacoma, the previous truck that I had, I didn't know much about it. I didn't consider that. And when I first had everything put on, it was fine. I was driving in a straight line. Until I went to a McDonald's parking lot that had a big dip going in and out of the lot. Turning the wheels and hitting that dip, I had a pretty substantial rub in that truck. I was not happy. Matter of fact, that's part of what led to the second or third go around with lifts on that truck. I had to get it even higher up in the air so that I could clear the fenders and not have any rubbing problems. Next up is taking care of them. You know, I've mentioned on this channel many times that I hate washing vehicles. And part of the reason I hate washing vehicles is water spots when I'm done. And I have found out that wheels will show a lot of water spotting, or valleys of water, if you will, depending on the setup. On my last truck, I had some fuel wheels that had a lip down here on the bottom. In other words, a part that rose up. Well, what that meant is when I wash the truck, of course, water with gravity, you know, is going to end up down here somewhere, and then it's going to dry in this area. When that happens, you're going to have a nice big lake water spot, if you will, left over. That was always a drag. I could never keep those wheels clean, because even if you manage to get all the water off, sooner or later, you're going to be caught in the rain somewhere. The wheel's going to get wet all over again, and then once it dries out, you're still going to have that big spot down here, that big area of dirt where the water has dried up. What I like about these wheels, and this isn't particular to Black Rhino, any wheel that doesn't have this big lip here, it allows the water to run out. It's not going to stay in that area. It's not going to accumulate there. That means it's not going to dry up and leave some big ugly water spot. The other thing is the finish on the wheels themselves. You know, I recently put a video out on my other channel looking at different wheels for my Ram 1500. And one thing that I hadn't considered was fading. When you get color in wheels, and I'm talking more those red wheels, the red accents that you see that a lot of people have, most times that I've seen after doing a little bit of research, they fade. So your nice bright shiny red, that pop that you had in the wheel, is going to turn dull, and it's probably going to turn pink. Now, if you like pink, that's cool. Pink is probably one of my least favorite colors of all time. I am not a pink lover, so I don't want that. So it's kind of made me reconsider what I'm thinking about doing with that truck. You know, I'm probably not going to put anything on it with red accenting because I don't want it to turn pink. Another good thing about going with something like this, the bronze color, is the way it shows dirt. You know, black is the best color that you can get on the body of any vehicle, in my opinion. But it's also the worst color because it shows everything. And the same thing is true with wheels. You know, they're going to show all the dirt, obviously. I mean, if you look at these wheels right now, these bronze wheels, they're dirty. They're very dirty. I haven't washed this truck in a while. You can see some of the dirt down the side of the truck, but it doesn't show it. It dulls the look a little bit, but it doesn't show the dirt. Not so true with black. Black is going to show everything. So you may have a nice shiny truck that you just washed, and then maybe you go through a mud puddle or a dusty area, and those wheels are going to be nasty looking. Now, it's not a problem if you love cleaning wheels. I don't like doing that. The other thing is the design in the wheel. If you have a lot of angles, a lot of nooks and crannies and things, those are almost impossible to keep clean. They always pick up dirt, they always show dirt, and there's going to be dust and all kinds of stuff in them. Just something to stay away from. I have found that the simpler you go with aftermarket wheels for the Toyota Tacoma, the better it is. They're just going to look better with minimal effort. And for me, that's pretty darn important. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of mention things to beware of concerning aftermarket wheels for the Toyota Tacoma. Leave a comment, let me know. Ever gone out, picked up some nice new shiny wheels, and they always look that way in the showroom or online, and then got them home, put them on, and discovered you really didn't like them? What did you do? I'd be curious to know. Also, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels, RobMotive JT, all about Jeeps, particularly the Jeep Gladiator, and RobMotive FST, all about full-size trucks. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.